All right, welcome back. Let's talk about Afrobeat star Portable. Portable done the para since yesterday. Before we ended yesterday, I already told you guys that he was definitely throwing shots at Davido as well. It wasn't that clear, I guess, but he was definitely throwing shots. Who is Portable? Is Portable and Davido? They're Afrobeat singers, rappers, whatever you want to call them. They're superstars. All right, and while we're talking about Saida Boj, well, I'm going to play through a series of videos, some of the activities in the trends today, and then we'll see if we can learn one or two things in here. You definitely can learn a lot in this, so don't just catch the cruise, but let's see what we can learn from all of this. Okay, there's a lot going on, so pardon me. Let's just get through it one at a time. Okay, let me play the first video and then we'll take it from there. Wait, before you even started, you saw the hands going up already, right? Right. All right. So if I see that if you need translation, let me know. Okay. But majority of you should probably understand some pidgin English here and there, but I will try to get some translations if it's needed. Just let me know in the chat. All right. Let's get back to it.
Now they thank me, now they post me. Say now they shoot my video, now they promote me. I can't do me. For when you get for your house, ask your neighbor that they know me now. I try more than you now. All your money package, all everything like that. I'm not a failure. Bro, I'm not a failure. I'm a winner, I'm not a failure. I'm a winner, I'm not a failure. If you try me, you will lose. I'm not a failure, I'm a winner. I will never live with failure. Like failure. Now they thank me, now they post me. Say now they shoot my video, now they promote me. I can't do me. For when you get for your house, ask your neighbor that they know me now. I try more than you now. All your money package, all everything like that. I'm not a failure. Bro, I'm not a failure. I'm a winner, I'm not a failure. I'm not a failure. If you try me, you will lose. I'm not a failure, I'm a winner.
All right, so it's the confidence, okay? Portable is winning because it's not winning against Davido necessarily, but it's winning in general because of confidence. That is a big deal, okay? That's a big deal when you speak your mind. Now, there's a line that we don't want to be crossing. We're going to talk more about that today, but let me bring us up to speed. So over the past few days, Portable, an upcoming, you can still call him upcoming, but it's the first time he's coming to the United States on a tour. I don't know why my numbers are showing 0, but I think you guys are still here. We're not going to worry about StreamYard's number. All right. So, yeah, we can still, let me just check something because I can see you guys chatting. All right. Okay, good. All right. So there's a line that we don't want to be crossing. Okay. And we're going to talk about that. But generally speaking, right now, the confidence is a big deal. Okay, the confidence is a big deal. But what happened over the past few days is that Portable entered Yankee for the first time, entered the United States to come and tour. Okay, he's popular online as I guess as a singer, but really just being outspoken. Because many of you don't even know, maybe you know that one song, Zazu, maybe the most recent song with Skepta, right? That Skepta song with Tony Montana ahead, that song. So he has one hit song, maybe two, but he has many other songs that are, here and there, He has many other songs, okay? So he's trending a lot. He trends a lot more than he has hits. There's no question about that. So, but people love him. People just love him because he's confident, right? He speaks his mind. He's funny. He has a funny character, the colored hair and all that, the dyed colored hair and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, people get entertained just by the idea of listening to Portable. So Davido say, "Hey, you're in my city. You came into Atlanta." Davido also claims Atlanta as a city, right? "You're in my city. I'm taking you out tonight." Davido took him out, okay? And quite a lot of things happened within the next 24 to 48 hours, maybe 72 hours after that. And that's what we're reviewing. But right now, Davido has unfollowed him. Okay, so Davido is definitely not feeling it, obviously. Davido is a person who wears his emotion on his sleeves as well. So he's going to show you that he's mad at you by unfollowing you as soon as possible. It's a statement, right? So Davido has unfollowed him, and but before all of that happened, he started calling out another guy called Zlatan. He said he was warning Davido against him. He got very angry, pissed off. I played some of that video here yesterday, so be on the lookout for that. But we're just trying to catch up to what happened today, and then we'll take it from there. Let me go ahead and play this. So in this video, he's saying he's a winner. He doesn't lose, and whoever play against him, will lose. All right, but let's see.
Papa, are you not proud of me? Whiskey, are you not proud of me? I'm your brother. See color on my head. What pilot? Shame on Kennedy. Give up my leg, you want to meet you. Go for me, push on either. Do I give up my leg? Put me, push on your leg. For me, this is my mama. I'm going to pay for these people. Hey, I don't need to hear you.
All right, so it's just para, okay? There's not much to what he's saying. He's angry with Davido and his camp, okay? He felt played. We talked about that yesterday again. But this is a good question here, Chidima. Is this confidence or shalaye? This is a very, very good question, right? So I guess that question translates to, at what point do you cross the line from over explaining yourself to shalaye?
We go explain because no evidence.
That's a very, very good question, right? The reality is that yes, you will cross the line. That line will be determined by who? By the market. The value is in the eyes of the beholder. If the market is still receiving him as entertaining, confidence, he speaks his mind, then we have to kind of see that as what it is, right? I think up to now, maybe around about in the next few days, they'll get tired of him. At that point, if you keep saying it, right, it can still be a blurry line, right? Because there's a lot of attention around the clownish behavior and all that kind of stuff. So it's also mixed in with entertainment, right? But if we're talking about one person to one person type of interaction, it definitely would have crossed the line to shalaye at that point in time. Because why? Your market is one person. The beholder is one person. That person will get tired, and then that person will basically say, okay, enough, right? So how many people are going to be enough right now? Think about it this way. Actually, in a very weird, funny way. Don't feel disrespected by this. I don't know how, in a very funny way, I'm comparing to Donald Trump, right? How many people are tired of Donald Trump so far? It's just about half of the nation, okay? A lot of people are following him. The same rhetoric, repetitive, because there's a bigger audience. It's not a one-to-one personal interaction. There's one person who you might deem a clown, but there's another side of the whole city, nation, consider it this is what we want. At that point in time, it's not exactly shalaye, right? So there might be a sector that might receive it as shalaye. There might be a sector that will say, no, I love him. He's speaking his mind. He's speaking against power, right? Abi, that's how they say it, right? Speaking against or speaking up to power, right? There's some people that are really attracted to that, right? So it depends on who is on the receiving end of his behavior. That's what it comes down to. So reception is what determines the difference between shalaye and confidence. Yes. And remember, he has an audience. He has a fan base. He has a community, right? And sometimes what you might consider shalaye is the reason why that person is winning, because they have a good, sizable community that actually rock with them, regardless of how terrible it might seem to you, So, but let's keep going. But obviously, to Davido right now is probably busy with some other, he probably has bigger fishes to fry. So again, he's still angry here. He's just angry.
Shebi na who now they talk and say why Davido go associate himself with Portable, because Portable character are not good. Not being don't come online now they drag Zlatan. Zlatan not do anything bad. Zlatan they try to tell Davido, say make Davido use his brain because Portable wahala no dey reach person for body. You don't understand? Portable character too bad. Any smarty don't come online, they do any as you like. People get name to protect, people get image to protect. If they say, well, that Whiskey not give Zlatan chance. Yes, if Zlatan they misbehave like you, Whiskey no go near her because you don't want dent the image. You know, understand? Your character not good. That's why all of them they avoid you. Not be say they not be show you, not be say you not sabi sing. You sabi sing, but that your character so that they avoid and they don't want dent their image. You they say you the pop smoke give you pop give the bag, and not give pop take again. Because you know why? They look you say you don't need. You dey see money, apply skincare. Not be all those one way they use motivation until they kill yourself. Apply skincare, buy skincare. You dey see money, you be rich boy. You know, understand? It's all love. Not be all those one way they shout online. You go lose many opportunities. They tell Davido may avoid you because your character bad. Make Davido not come close to you. Because any smart you don't come online. See the way you come online, they call shots now. It's all love, I beg. Sure?
Okay, somebody help me. What does show me? Somebody said that here yesterday. What does show me? Does that mean period, or does that mean end of story, or QED? What does that mean? I know it's part of Pidgin. What does show mean? Tell me. I want to translate what this person just said because the person made a lot of sense. It's a lady.
Before you, Zlatan and Davido already they did normally. So Zlatan don't want your wahala. Sure?
Okay.
Shebi na who now they talk and say why Davido go associate himself with Portable because Portable.
So she said people were already saying that why would Davido associate himself with Portable? People had a good point. They had a good reason for that because when a person is loud-mouthed, we've had many examples of that here, right? It's only a matter, even if it's our audience, it's only a matter of time before you will have a net negative audience who will be rocking with you. We've had examples of the Andrew Tate. We've had Kanye West. We've had that people love, but eventually people like Jesus Christ, even Yule Doche, even Emeka Ike, even who else? We've had a few examples here, right? Tyrese, people that quote unquote they're speaking the truth, but at some point people will be like, all right, chill, right? Chill. Like you need to be a little bit diplomatic, right? So, and then that's social intelligence. That's a big part of social intelligence. That's what this person is talking about, you know.
Character not good. Not being don't come online now. They drag Zlatan.
So the main reason why they were warning the video against him was exactly what he's doing right now. They're like, okay, this guy is a little bit erratic. We're not sure what he's going to do. Like, we don't know if he's going to misbehave today, and they will call it, I'm just speaking the truth. And by the way, he might just be speaking the truth. Just because you are speaking the truth does not accord you the right. Okay, maybe right, but does not mean you're going to generate good results. Right? You can speak the truth all you want. You're going to be right. We talk about that here all the time. No one's going to take that away from
you're right.
You're right, but the results you're generating is not what you like. And you might have a tendency to blame it on the audience. You might say things like, well, it's the followers' fault that I'm not able to be a leader. Well, you might say things like that, right? But the reality is that your audience is your audience. Those are the cards you're dealt. Your followership is your followership. Those are the cards you're dealt. Right? And it's a marketplace, and if they have options and they yield to the other side of the market, I'm not saying it's your fault, but who do you expect to take responsibility for that? Me? It's not gonna be me because you're the one that wants the audience. So the question is, who should take responsibility for that? The audience, the followers? That's probably not going to work, right? We're looking for what's going to work. It's not about blaming you that says your fault or be your guilt, because actually guilt has the same type of effect as shame. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about what is it that you want and what's the most optimal way for you to generate that result. Okay, so you can see he's doing right now like I'm a winner, but for how long is the question, right? Is everybody going to be avoiding you? This is social intelligence. It's social and emotional intelligence, right? So just because you can jump out on the internet and just talk anyhow, even when you're speaking the truth, there's probably poison inside of that situation. Let's keep going.
I not do anything bad. Zlatan they try to tell Davido, say make Davido use his brain because Portable wahala no dey reach person for body. You don't understand? Portable character too bad. Any smarty don't come online, they do any as you like.
So she said Portable's character is too bad. Anything that happened is just gonna come online and just start acting out, even though he's speaking the truth. He's not lying about anything, but that doesn't mean it's not going to generate bad results, right? It's a quote unquote good person, right? We see this in all types of relationship. I'm a good person. I did the right thing. I didn't do anything wrong. These people are just hating on me. That does not mean that you're not going to collect.
Sorry, yo.
I was shading, yes. Definitely, I was shading. But that's the language they understand. It's their language, right? It cannot be the followers' fault that you are not a good leader. Could make sense, right? I know where you're coming from. The followers too should learn how to behave so that eventually they make leadership easier for you. I get it. But probably not. Okay? Like, it's a good idea on paper. Is it going to work? Probably not. Okay? Because remember, you're not capable of leading that followership. Same truth, difference, same difference. Okay. All right. Hopefully you get it. Let's keep going. Yeah, good people, they collect too. Facts. I told you there's lessons in this. Let's keep going.
People get name to protect. People get image to.
People have names to protect. Oh yeah. Oh, but they're lying. All these politicians are liars. Politics, remember, they're supposed to present a certain front, and put their best foot forward. You call it lies. Okay, you are right. Good. However, the followers, they determine what the absolute truth is going to be. The ultimate truth. The reality. They determine that. The marketplace determine that. Well, they don't like good girls anymore. These people, they don't like good girls. They just like bad girls. It's bad girls they like. Well, you're oversimplifying it. Let me just warn you already. Okay, you're oversimplifying it. It's probably a little bit deeper than that. So if you're open, we can learn more. We can learn the intricacies, the nuances, right? We can talk about it. But if you're closed-minded, that means you're happy with your result. Let no man who is happy with their result complain, please. Thank you.
Protect. They say, well, Whiskey not give Zlatan chance. Yes, if Zlatan they misbehave like you, Whiskey no go near her because he don't want dent image.
If Zlatan was acting like that, Wizkid would not want to be close to him. Who is going to tell Portable? He's probably not capable of listening. Why? Because he has the power of the phone. When it turns on the phone, 2,000 people shows up. That is a form of power. That coconut head. Could it work? Imagine somebody. He's not gonna listen to anybody. That's what this young lady is saying right now. She's got a lot of good points.
You know, it's like your cards are not good. That's why all of them they avoid you. Not be saying they're not fit show you. Not be saying you're not sabi.
She's calling it character. That's just how the words they're using in Nigeria in pidgin. But I don't know. But you get the idea. Whatever it is you're presenting as, nobody wants to be a part of that. How you make people feel around you matters, not just in the short term. Yes, short term also matter because you have to go through short term to get to long term. But in the long run, eventually people will decide if they want to be around you based off of how they feel, not based off of how much truth you tell. Well, the whole world is damaged then. No, it actually has always been that way. You're just getting up to speed. I see. No, it's always been that way. Okay? We're human beings. We're not God. We're not trying to judge you. We're just trying to feel right. That's all. Yeah, it's not just women only. Even men. Like if they feel some type of way around you, they will avoid you like a plague. Okay? If that one person avoids you, you have the right to say that's just that person's their loss. But if you notice that consistently on a regular, everybody tend to look at you as like that boy is problematic. You might want to pay attention to that. Ladies, you notice that you tend to generate the same result from time to time, you might want to pay attention to that, right? Because there's a pattern, right? The job that you go where they pay you a paycheck every Friday, empowered, that job, they look at patterns, right? They can't just say, hey, we're all different. No, I know we're all different. However, there are patterns that we're noticing and we're gonna have to let you go. I'm sorry. Well, I'm just gonna act mad. Security. right? This is the reality about life. Social emotional intelligence.
Sing, you sabi sing, but that your character so that they avoid that, they don't want dent their image. You they say you the pop smoke give you pop give the bag, they're not give pop take again. Because you know why? They look you say you don't need.
He said they puff smoke, the blunts, right? And they, he passed the blunts back and they didn't want it anymore. They're looking at you as you're not neat, right? You might actually be neat because Portable posted a lady earlier on. Let me see if I can play it for you real quick. He posted a young lady who said she was the one that was cleaning his teeth for him. So his teeth is actually clean. The person was trying to defend him against Saida Boj. Let me play it for you. Let's see this video.
The name Saida Boj. Kindly use this. I mean, make sure you brush your teeth properly. You open your dirty gutter cavity with mouth all the way if you win Guinness Book of Record. Wait first.
Saida Boj, wahala. You too they worry you. Hey, this is my procedure. I am the one that cleaned Portable's teeth, and I feel really bad seeing that kind of video circulating on the internet.
Please, because no evidence.
Sorry, it doesn't matter if you're the one that cleaned Portable's teeth. It really see Nisone Lojo. Okay, how you dress is how you're going to be addressed. It doesn't matter if you're actually clean. Okay, no, you don't smell bad. You're fragrance free. But that girl that smell like vanilla over there, people are probably gonna gravitate. Why? Because it feels good. This auntie go shalaye tired. You can see Portable posted here, say refusing to be bullied or belittled. Thanks to Smile for Shiju for standing up for me and sharing the truth. Maybe she's just advertising. Let's not take. It's not that deep. Let's continue with this one. Hold on.
You just see money, apply skincare. Not be all those way they use motivation to they kill yourself. Apply skincare, buy skincare. You just see money, you be rich boy. You know, understand? It's all.
They say you have money. Like, hey, some skincare. Apply some skincare. Look a little fresh. It's not about the tattoos. The tattoos just look dirty. Okay? It just looks dirty, So there are going to be enough people out there that will, because of your money, go after you. Obviously, one of them is not going to be Davido, right? There are going to be enough of people that will, because of your money, take a blunt from you and smoke and say, hey, yeah, I'm rocking with Portable. Obviously, one of them is not going to be Davido, right? So he's getting angry on top of all these things, but all of it comes out to the way he shows forth his behavior. Every time they tell him something, you can't trust that it's not going to come out on the internet tomorrow. Even if it's in the form of cruise, like people are cooking stuff. Davido is probably cooking things that will not come out until 3-6 months from now, but you're going to get out there and tell it. And yes, you're telling the truth, but Betty,
love, not be all those way they shout online, like you go lose many opportunities. That they tell Davido may avoid you because your cards are bad. May Davido not come close to you. Because any smart you don't come online. See the way you come online, they call shots now.
It's like, see the way you come out and you come out, you're going to lose a lot of opportunities. She's absolutely right. Whose fault? I don't know. You can blame it on anyone you like, but the reality is that you're going to lose lots of opportunities if you don't know how to conduct yourself in a society. It's really that simple. I don't know whose fault is it. You can blame it on the devil, but if you're focused on blame, on assigning blame, you're probably going to continue to generate the same result, because if you assign blame, there's nothing else for you to hold yourself accountable for or responsible for, right? Because you've assigned blame. That blame goes with responsibility. So there's nothing else to do, right? So you're going to keep generating the same result, because that person you're assigning blame to, they're still going to continue to feel the same way. Ouch.
It's all love, I beg. Sure. Before you, Zlatan and Davido already they did normally, so Zlatan don't want your wahala. Sure.
All right. So
if you are following me, I don't collect me. I don't go perform my show. My love, I want to learn. I want this to learn. My love, I want to learn. No, we can't get it. And you gotta invite you. I got to be away.
He said, but you guys invited the weary, and then you found weary. He said, you guys invited madness, and then you found madness. Hey, so now what happens? Who's gonna, unless somebody might see clout and they will pay money to just get him to promote something real quick. That's about all that's going to happen. But there's always somebody else that's going to come behind you who probably has more attention, right? So again, it's all fun to watch right now, but everything has an end expiration date. If it's very spiral out of control, it's moving too fast, remember, like an airplane moving too fast off the wrong way. If it doesn't, like if you try to take off way too high or ascend way too fast, it's probably going to crash and burn. This is a principle of life. This is not something that you and I get to act like, oh, I'm different, I can just win faster. Like, yeah, sure. Yeah. Let's hope so. That's all I can say. Right? But there are principles that guide all of us. Okay? One of them is gravity, both hyperbolically and in reality. Right? You move too fast, you'll crash, you'll burn. Slow and steady continues to win the game overall, generally speaking. All right? So, but again, he's been working so hard, but again, all of this is just based off of attention, right? And just money driven. Everything is money, 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 right? It's not looking good if someone like Davido is already disassociating himself from you, right? Remember, I'm not taking away from his ability to speak the truth. I don't think this guy is lying in any capacity at all, but that's not the issue. That's not the issue. Let me come to the chat. Pardon my manners. So question, how can you balance truth with social intelligence? Humility. What you are considering to be the truth is probably your own vision of the truth anyway. It's just your vision. It's gone through a filter. Maybe the way you were raised, your religion, right? What we're saying is to also pay attention to social. It's just another form of filter. Pay attention to that. What does the society say? Is this your idea of truth? Is this your circle? Are they rejecting it? Then there's a reason beyond just they're liars. There's a reason why they're rejecting it. That reason why they're rejecting is another part of the truth, right? For example, somebody smells funny, funky, and people are avoiding you. You might not know that part of the truth, that you smell funky. Maybe your breath kicks every morning. 10 people tend to avoid you. There is a truth that you don't know. You're just in your blind spot. So humility. Remember that we all have blind spots. If there's a certain type of result you're getting, there's also truth in that, because that's results. Humility is key, right? So that leads us back to active listening. Like you don't have to respond. You could just pay a little bit more attention, even though you're being triggered. Everything is triggering you, right? This person is off. They're pissing you off. They're offensive. But why? The why is not as simple as they're just haters. That's oversimplifying it. So for me, the way I balance truth and social intelligence is honestly active listening. Perpetual obsessive, goddamn near obsessive, as long as you don't become a doormat, okay? Because the idea is not that you become a doormat and people are walking all over you because you're actively listening. If somebody touches you, physically speaking, they collect a slap, okay? But if it's just their mouth running, emotional dynamics and stuff like that, listen in. That's where your power lies. That's where your power lies. And if you can't do that, back off. That is also a form of intelligence. Have them push back a little bit so you can see space, okay? There's a lot I'm saying there, but hopefully it's clear enough. Hey, Ice, it's good to see you. I think there's more to this. There's always more to it. But I don't think there's that much more to it. A Portable is not hiding anything. His mouth is mouth diarrhea. He's telling everything. Okay, if there's anything else, right, there might be more to what's on the mind of Davido, but there's not much more to beyond what we're seeing with Portable. That right there is a person who is telling everything, which is the very reason why people will not want to do business with him. Because, there's filters. The reality in life, you want to have filters because you don't want to present something too soon or too far out. There's always a game you're playing because it's an active marketplace and there's competition, and you don't want to tell all. You don't want to give up your ammunitions way too soon, right? Davido damn sure did not want the world to know that he was advising him to sign up with Empire yesterday, right? Davido is just a free Ajebota kid that wants to fit into street. The real street use scarcity to gain more respect. Well, Davido is doing very well in terms of business, right? I don't think we can deny that. And there's a reason why Portable was looking up to him. And featuring. Now featuring. I want featuring.
I don't get location. Now people down there come around, they do my place. When I fall for that place, come invite place. And you got a bad boy, and I do wear it. No, you are wearing it. Come on, I don't mean you wear it. Wear my voice out.
He said we voice out. It's not hiding anything. It's done. He's pissed off, but he's telling the truth. Nothing but the truth. Well, again, a part of the truth, right? The part of the truth that he understands, right? Because again, he has the power of, there were 6,000 people watching at any point in time. Or they all came in the first 30 minutes. That's a lot of power, okay? He said all that worry that you do with everybody else, you cannot do it with me. That's what he's saying. Life is really not balanced. All his wives are about baby mamas, all locally pretty. Those are pretty girls. I've seen some of them. But that's how life is, Truth is, he might stink, but he looks so untidy. He might not stink, but he looks so untidy. He's not put together and do ridiculous hairstyles. And these are the reasons why we loved watching him. Because remember, we're Edunwo. Koshebila money. That means Yoruba people say it's sweet to watch lunatics. It's entertaining to watch lunatics. Alright? That's what that is. Yes, now they are local but pretty. I won't lie though. Most bleached, but it's what it is. It is what it is. He's still an Agbero in my opinion. Bon chance. Welcome. I feel for Davido. He doesn't deserve what he gets because he's such a sweet kid. He was trying, he took a liking to, Davido is also attracted to this type of characters. Remember, Davido is also friends with very dark man. Davido also doesn't like oppression. Anything that looks like somebody who's he's attracted to underdogs. Okay. Whiskey is like, you're an underdog. You're not a millionaire. Get out of my face. That's Whiskey, right? But the sweet spot is always in between, right? The sweet spot is in between. All right. So if I'm applying empathy to underdogs, I also use sense, right? We had a conversation here. Was it here? I don't know. Somebody said, oh, they can invite their driver to come and eat with them. In Nigeria, the driver, like a maid, come and eat with me on my dining table. Okay, I think it was Natu. I remember that conversation. I said, there's more to it. It's not that simple. There is more to it. I get the, no, don't treat people like underdog and stuff like that. This is a real life example of what I was talking about. You're going to see more and more the more I highlight it, right? All right? There's a reason why that person, I know it sounds harsh as shit. I get it. Or like you're an evil man, the way you're talking right now. There's a reason why that person is a driver as an adult. That's their capacity. This is a marketplace at the end of the day. That is their capacity. Okay? So you're not going to necessarily help them by making them sit at the dining table and eating with you. They're not going to be able to comprehend the level of opportunity you think you are giving to them. They are going to sabotage it. Not only will they sabotage it, it's going to hurt you because your expectation is attached to the idea of how you see it. But the same you that didn't understand that why you shouldn't bring them to that same table, if you really want a table badly for them, have a place where they can, where they can relate with people, right? The same you will not understand, you'll be disappointed. I grew up seeing this all my life. My parents had a hard time understanding what I just told you. They complain, they are disappointed. This was like, but it is you that went there and tried to pull that person out of where they are comfortable. You did that. They up to today, my 70 and 71-year-old parents struggle with this. So I don't blame you if you struggle with it. But this is power dynamics. This is something you need to understand. Okay? You go pull somebody from the village, you bring them to Yankee, right? And you're not patient with how that dynamic is going to change, or you're not fully understanding. They should just appreciate that it's Yankee. Baba, I don't know what to tell you. They will show you. He just said it. They will show you that you went and pulled the Wiri out of Wiri. And he said, well, you see Wiri now. Are you happy? Anyway, Davido can pretend, but he just felt it's nothing and asked him. I don't know the advice Davido gave him, but I assume is stay away from. No, Davido advised him to sign with Empire. He said it in other videos. Let me play some more videos. Advised him to sign up with Empire, which is a major label just like Sony. He felt like, why can't I sign with Sony too? They will say collect some advance, because Empire has a different, I think they have the 360 thing where they give you a lot of advance, but they own your rights. I don't know the exact structure, but he felt like that was bad advice. Why don't I sign up with Sony too? It was business related advice. He said it in one of the videos, So maybe back to there's more to it. Well, there might be things he doesn't understand, but as far as intelligence, business intelligence is concerned, he has some street understanding. But this is where the Oyibo lawyer gets you all the time. This is why the Oyibo people get African people all the time. Just because you have street understanding and you are street does not mean that's the end or be all. You need both. I need the street. You need to educate yourself too. All right? Because the result we have today is that Oyibo people are still getting us. This is a wild conversation. It's a very big conversation. All right? He's setting himself up. A lot of artists will run away from it. They don't want that mess. It's messy. Most people don't want to be in that kind of mess. Most people are built with the filter, the diplomatic thing. They don't want all of that. You might say they're cowards. Clap for yourself. You got it right. Yes, they are cowards. They don't want your mess, okay? They don't want your mess. It is what it is. Right? Because most people are trained with a little bit of filter behind their brain. Even the wildest of them. Even when they go wild and they're smoking Igbo and stuff. If you were raised in deeper life, it sits at the back of your mind. And it's something that continues to be a part of your identity. Social and emotional intelligence. Yep. Yes, my driver can eat some food, but not at same table. You see how that sounds so mean? There's more to it. There's more to it. It's not about trying to be mean. It's about understanding social dynamics, understanding that it's bigger than... It's actually a form of humbling yourself. You think you are nicer than everybody else. You need to humble yourself from that space. Yep, boundaries, absolutely. I swear to you, Portable, apologize. We shall see it play out. I'm going to be here, but I know human beings like the back of my hands, and I'm also humble enough to continue to listen. These things are undefeated. Let me play some more. Let me see. There might be some more here. Let's see. There you go.
When they try to destroy you, and ask me when they try to destroy you, somebody fail. Unfollow. When they try to gain from you.
He said Davido was trying, he didn't mention his name, but we all know it was something like that. When they try to destroy you, then they will now unfollow you when they are not successful with it. Okay? That's an emotional talk, because he does not know for a fact that Davido was trying to destroy him. He simply gave him an advice that he wasn't rocking with. But that's emotions talking. So at what point do you cross the line from street smart, I'm confident, I'm going to speak my mind, I have the power. At what point do you cross that line to lack of emotional self-control? It's a question.
You, Timon, you good? I'm follow it. You follow me, you not follow me. I don't know.
You follow me, I follow me. I don't know.
Now your followers they give me food. Eh? No, we can't get it. And you gotta invite you in. And you gotta be waiting. I'm not gonna get away from America.
So again, it's repeating the same point. He said you invited Were. Who gave way? Okay, so you can see here people are divided on this. By the way, somebody said you don't prove Zlatan right again. Okay, which is that's what Zlatan was saying. Like, cool head, okay, relax, enjoy yourself, don't de para. And then it came back 24 hours later. I did exactly that. Mobad for make you his bestie. We for no need do autopsy and DNA. What the hell is that? Davido no really get sense button. So that's a portable supporter right there. Okay. Instead of staying calm to prove what Zlatan said is false, dude is here doing exactly what was said he would do. This happens all the time. People, that's what I mean when I say people are arguing with their destiny. That's exactly what I mean. People will be acting it out in present, in real time, and they can't see it. That's how powerful these lessons are. That's why I want you to pay. That's why I said self-awareness. Self-awareness is right there. The evidence is right there. Just relax. Wait, I'm acting it out. It's not just Portable. We all do this nonsense, okay?
Oboti sọ̀rọ̀. Saida Boj jẹ́ ó ti sọ̀rọ̀. Ìyẹn ẹwẹ́nu òbò. Ẹwẹ́nu ẹ̀bí òbò ẹ̀.
All right, we played this yesterday. So Saida came back and attacked
Oboti
again.
sọ̀rọ̀.
Let me see.
Celebrity. I beg you, I want to ask one question. Those your wives, did they kiss?
Hello, Bumi.
Now they exchange spits. You dey rub snuff for teeth with your teeth like all those aboki where they sell cola. I know you are local and unschooled, and I am not surprised. It's obvious you are surrounded by illiterates. I dey hide my parents. If you are not blind, you foresee say my full family dey my page. I no get cockroach for my cupboard where they hide now. You want my father? Carry your go my page, go see am for there. Portable, if they born you well, show your papa. Post am for your page, maybe compare. You where they ashamed of your family. You Portable, you will be product of condemned they spam we don't sour. Look at me very well. I am Saida Boj. All the women in your life put together cannot have a face like mine, a smile like mine, a brain like mine. Look, I don't buy cars on credit, boy. Unlike you, I own an Acura and I bought it with my money. Portable, I give you assignments. I say go write hit song, may we hear. No future anybody, you alone. Your dirty about to be open. All the musicians when you don't drag in song, they get single hits. You no get. Portable, test that your empty brain. Write one hit song alone. If you know if you do, I'm shut up your dirty mouth. Again, before I forget, if your mind done and you think say your liver rich, post your papa make we see. You. Get out of here.
Oboti sọ̀rọ̀. Saida Boj jẹ́ ó ti sọ̀rọ̀.
All right, let me play this one.
Advance me when they try to destroy you and they fail. Wọ́n fail láti destroy. Ọlọ́run ò fún wọn ṣe. They go unfollow you. Ṣé ń gbọ́? Báráyé bá gbé ẹrù ẹ sórí ọrùn àwọ̀ wọn kò sí bóyá jẹ́. Òun nìyẹn. Wọ́n sáré lọ unfollow wa torí wọn rí jẹ́ lára mọ́.
They said they went quickly to unfollow us because unfollow us. Us, you know, that's Yoruba English. Because they can't eat from us anymore. He's talking about Davido.
Bàtí mi ìdẹ̀wà kún kọ́. Ṣẹ́ni fi mí.
He said, after all, I didn't die.
Ilẹ̀ ní bá ti ń lọ ni. Help me or you no help me, I go collect Grammy. Follow me, no follow me. My top.
He said, follow me, you don't follow me, I will collect Grammy.
Go do. And fans me when they...
All right, so it's going to be interesting to watch, but I thought there were, you know, I don't like to cover... I really, outside of him dancing, whenever we get donations, I didn't think it was, but I thought there was a lot of lessons in this. It's very, very simple. Okay, the majority of the lessons per prestige family levels goes to all the Portables out there. Okay, goes to all the Portables out there. I don't want you to be in a position where you are crying wolf and you're saying life is not fair. But really, life is as fair as they get. You just have blind spots. You have blind spots. You're not paying attention to your blind spot. You're saying life is not fair off of what you can see, off of what you're privy to, off of the side of your brain that works, right? But life is fair. That's why there's a saying, in love and war, all is fair. If life wasn't about love and war, what is it about? This is all a game. It doesn't mean you're playing games with people. It means you need to understand that it's a game and there are rules. And there are rules that guide all of us. We call them principles. I'm not talking about laws. I'm not talking about how unique you are as a human being. I'm not talking about your fingerprint being the only one in the world. I'm talking about societal level, emotional levels, right? There are things you need to learn beyond just how you see life. It's okay to see life a certain way. I want you to be self-aware about that. Understand that this is just how I see life. You're able to look at yourself in the mirror and say, hey, that's just how I feel. I still like how I feel. I feel the way I feel, but I need to be aware that that's just how I feel. That's all I'm saying. You don't have to change who you are. You don't have to change your values, but you need to be aware that your values are built from the way you were raised, the kind of society you surrounded yourself with. In the past 5 years, the nearest 5 people around you from time to time, they make up your mindset. You need to pay attention to that. So if somebody uproots you and take you out of it abruptly, if you're self-aware, you understand that I need to adjust. I can't rush myself. But if you're saying like, oh, hey, you're just moving arrogantly, you'll collect big time. Just like Portable. The lesson for all the Davidos out there is you need to understand that if God is blessing you, how do you say that in English? Oh, God help me.
Continue.
That means if God is blessing you, easy, slow, humility, okay? You want to help everybody. That's fantastic. That is an awesome thing to want to do. But there's a reason why there are PRs. There are a reason why there are people that say, hey, relax on that. There's a reason why you have professionals, lawyers that know what they're doing, not the ones that are smoking the bowl with you. That will say, hey, why don't you slow down on that? Oh, you want to help him? Okay, let's cross-check. Let's cross-check a few things. You're the creative. You're the one that makes the music. Listen to the professionals around you. Humble yourself. Humble yourself. Very, very important. Because again, when you have power, you're probably not going to listen to anybody around you. If that power will milk you of your senses. Okay, so a Davido needs to calm down. Like you want to help everybody, relax. Okay, you need that. That's emotions still. It needs to be executed in a controlled environment. Yes, on paper it sounds fantastic, it's sweet. Everybody loves you for it. That's why they love Davido. The ones that really love Davido, that's why they love him against a Whiskey who is just secluded. And he's like, I'm Whiskey, nobody touches me. Stain, right? Davido's like, no, everybody come around. I bless you, spare money. That's cute in the grand scheme of everything. That's beautiful. Beautiful is emotions. That's emotional, okay? It needs to be executed within controlled environment. The same purpose for marriage. You want to have all of this sex? Sure, absolutely. But you just want to be mad in the street and be having sex with everybody? Yes, sure. Good luck. All right. Hopefully you're able to have structure in place to protect yourself. That's all. And your future children. Shout out to Bola Palmer, says it's obvious Portable lacks the ability to self-regulate his emotions. Thank you. He needs some serious therapy. Oh no. I agree with you. I'm just trying to look at I'm trying to see because we're trying to manage our expectations here too. I think the only way I think Portable can learn, I think he's going to learn more so from repercussions, consequences of his behavior. I think that will be a good therapy for him. Like right now, if a few people shut down on him, he will cry wolf for a while. Eventually, he will need to beg. Maybe he can learn from that. Maybe. Hey, Oluremi, good to see you. Do me a favor, hit the like button, share, subscribe. This was a longer one than I thought. This was supposed to be 10 minutes, but I don't know what I thought I was doing, but here we are. Hit the like button, share, subscribe, turn up your notifications so you're notified whenever we go live. And check out this next segment. We offer evidence-based relationship and marriage resources and coaching to help you navigate the difficult times.
Don't just wing it. Learn the principles that work.
Download our 2 free books and book your complimentary coaching session now at manofprestige.com.